Naoya Inoue walked into the ring on September 14, 2025, with an aura of inevitability surrounding him, the kind of presence only reserved for fighters who have transcended the sport. Across from him stood Murajon Akhmadaliev, a proud warrior from Uzbekistan, who carried with him the hopes of dethroning one of boxing's most feared champions. The clash was billed as a meeting of precision versus relentlessness, a duel that promised fireworks, and the atmosphere in the arena reflected that anticipation. From the opening bell, the pace was electric. Inoue, always calm, stalked forward behind his jab, testing distance, while Akhmadaliev circled and countered with sharp hooks to the body. The crowd roared with every exchange, sensing early that neither man came to play it safe. This was not going to be a cautious chess match, it was a war of wills. Inoue's right hand found its range in the first round, thudding against the guard of Akhmadaliev, forcing him backward. But the challenger responded with vicious combinations to the midsection, reminding the champion that he would not be bullied. The tension escalated with every second, as though the ring was too small to contain such ferocity. By the second round, Inoue began to impose his trademark rhythm. The monster unleashed double jabs, then followed with a snapping left hook that drew gasps from the crowd. Akhmadaliev shook it off, countering with a right hook of his own, showing resilience. The exchanges grew sharper, the punches faster, the risk greater. Both men were willing to step into the fire. The third round saw Inoue's legendary timing shine. He slipped a looping left from Akhmadaliev and detonated a straight right down the pipe. The challenger's head snapped back, and the champion's confidence grew. Yet Akhmadaliev refused to wilt, digging to the body and trying to slow the relentless pace. The round ended with both men trading at center ring, their eyes locked with mutual respect and defiance. In the fourth, Akhmadaliev had his best moments. He pinned Inoue against the ropes briefly, hammering the body with combinations, forcing the champion to cover up. The crowd erupted at the sight of Inoue absorbing punishment, but just as quickly, Inoue spun off the ropes and landed a counter left hook that shifted momentum back. It was clear neither fighter would give an inch without inflicting damage in return. The fifth round was a clinic from Inoue. He jabbed, pivoted, and landed brutal hooks upstairs. Akhmadaliev was game, but the sharpness of Inoue's shots began to separate the two. Each jab felt like a spear, each right hand like a hammer. Still, Akhmadaliev's toughness was undeniable. He kept pressing, throwing in volume, trying to wear Inoue down through sheer work rate. As the fight entered the middle rounds, the story began to unfold. Inoue's accuracy was staggering. Every punch seemed calculated, every movement economical. He punished mistakes instantly. Akhmadaliev, though valiant, was absorbing too many clean shots. His corner urged him forward, knowing his best chance was to make it ugly, to drag Inoue into deep water. The seventh round delivered one of the fight's most dramatic moments. Inoue unleashed a combination capped with a thunderous left hook that staggered Akhmadaliev. The challenger stumbled back, his legs betraying him, and the crowd leapt to its feet sensing a finish. But Akhmadaliev's heart was immense. He held, he clinched, and he fired back just enough to survive. The round ended with him bloodied but still defiant. In the eighth, Inoue pressed harder, smelling blood. He ripped hooks to the body, then brought them upstairs, each punch crashing with menace. Akhmadaliev, battered yet unbroken, countered with looping shots of his own, landing one flush on Inoue's jaw that briefly halted the champion's advance. The arena shook with the energy of a true battle. By the ninth, Akhmadaliev's face was marked with the evidence of war. Swelling over his right eye, blood trickling from his nose, yet his spirit never dimmed. Inoue, however, was merciless. He stalked forward, throwing combinations with terrifying precision. A right uppercut snapped Akhmadaliev's head back, followed by a left hook that nearly floored him. The challenger's grit was the only thing keeping him upright. The 10th round was pure chaos. Akhmadaliev, knowing he needed something dramatic, came out swinging with reckless abandon. He pinned Inoue to the ropes again and landed a barrage of punches, igniting cheers from his supporters. But Inoue, cool under fire, waited for his moment, then unleashed a monstrous right cross that wobbled Akhmadaliev. For a moment, it seemed the fight might end right there, but once again, the challenger survived the storm. In the championship rounds, the drama intensified. Inoue continued to dominate with sharp, calculated power shots, but Akhmadaliev refused to crumble. Every time the champion landed, the challenger answered, even if his punches lacked the same sting. The 11th round was a testament to Akhmadaliev's courage. he absorbed punishment that would have ended most fighters, yet he still marched forward.